So today I'd like to talk to my real estate investor friends or those that are on the verge of becoming real estate investors. This is Ron Wysakarski with Wise Home Team Realty, and I am all about the investment opportunities in front of us right now, and I want to share some ideas with you. The first one, if you are a professional investor, it's ROI season. It's tax strategy season, and you need to make some smart decisions like you do every year in the fourth quarter. You may have had a great year and you need to perhaps sell some property or buy some property. Either you need a write-off or you need to move some capital. These are questions that you face every year. And right now, I think there's a dip ahead. So if you're looking to acquire property, this might be a great time to do that and maybe save a little bit and get a favorable ROI. With rents as high as they are, there's a number of properties coming on the market with tenants in place with reasonable ROIs that you might be able to increase at the next renewal period. So if you're an existing investor, I think the market in the fourth quarter is ripe for opportunity. If you're a beginning investor and you're thinking about getting started, knowing that what the rent rolls are is going to be critical for you, and knowing that there are enough properties out there coming on the market currently that have those tenant situations. Your first one, the saving grace for you right now is interest rates are super low. So if you're financing, you're going to have a low monthly payment, which will help your ROI in the future and right now as well. Those carrying costs can be killers when the rates are 7, 8, 10%. So if you can get in the market right now in the 2, 3, 4% range, that's going to help you long term to build out your portfolio. Now, if you are an investor that has a number of properties and you're concerned about tax strategies or changes, you may actually be thinking about selling properties. Now, it could be because you have this concern that taxes might go up depending on who might win the election. And I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't tell you who's going to win it. But you would likely want to close some properties before December 31st to hedge against a potential tax increase. But there's another reason that you may want to sell. They talk about kids aging out of systems in schools and things like that. Well, properties can income out. And what do I mean by that? Well, the property that I bought for $155,000 8 years ago, now it's worth above $250,000. And I actually put it on the market to sell it because what I realized was when it was in that $1,500, $155,000, I was getting around $1,500 in rent. And that was almost that 1% ratio we love to look for. And now that it's in the $250,000 range and the rents are $1,700, $1,800, it's not incoming out as well on the ROI side. I would be able to be better suited if I can find properties in the $125,000 to $150,000 range. My cash flow would be better with regard to ROI on those properties. And I still have room to grow as far as the increase in the value of those properties by doing some improvements. So as an investor, if you bought a property 8, 10 years ago, the market's gone up dramatically. It might be a good time to cash in your chips on that one. Whether or not it's a tax strategy or not, it might just be an income strategy. Your ROI might be better off with 2 properties at $125,000 or $150,000 than holding a property at $250,000, even though it's a great rental. And that's something I want you to think about. So if you are investing or looking to invest, these are strategies that I love to talk about. So if you have a concern about where your portfolio is, we can have a consultation. That's worry-free, risk-free, and that doesn't cost a cent. And if it makes sense and you want to do something down the road, well, that's okay. But right now it's about information. How do I invest? How do I get the proper ROI? What should I be investing in? And maybe the best thing is just to hang on to what you got. You may find that your portfolio is performing really well, and if your portfolio is doing everything you want it to do and the cash flow is strong, that would be great to know as well. The fourth quarter always presents opportunity in every year. And this year, for the first time in a long time, it looks like it's a dip, a slight dip perhaps ahead for some sellers. So if you're looking to make that purchase, it might be an opportune time. Now, if you're on the other side of that, I'd only say this. Maybe you could have got $250,000 for your property in August, and maybe the best you can do is $245,000 right now. What can you do with that $245,000? Can you find another dip to buy if that's what happens? The power of the money is what you can do with it next. So even if you sell for just a little bit less than you might have wanted to, you can hold out. That's your business, and you can do that. But having some cash at the end of the year is always a good idea. So that's a few ideas about the investor side of real estate, and I barely scratched the surface. If there's more that you want to talk about, click or comment below and we can do more video like this. And don't forget to subscribe. This is Ron Wysakarski with Wise Home Team Realty speaking to our investors today.